please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, Bulldogs. Today is Friday, October 14th. My name is Lucas.
I am Liv, and this is BTV.
Today is the last day of first quarter. On Monday, diplomat students will have their PE and elective flip. If you were in PE, you will go to your elective class, and if you were in elective first quarter, you will go to PE for second quarter. If you have any questions, talk to your PE or elective teacher.
All right, hello Winston Churchill Middle School. Principal Magliola here with a few announcements for you as we end the first quarter. Just remember that the first quarter ends on Friday, October 14th, which means the second quarter begins on October 17th. Some things I would love all students to think about and remember as we prepare for the next quarter. One, I want everyone to have a strong finish to the first quarter. So before we look too far ahead, students, talk to your teachers, make sure that you are doing everything you can to complete all of your assignments, prepare for all of your assessments, and just make sure that you have good communication with your teachers so that you can be best informed of how to have a lot of success at the end of the quarter. For the start of the second quarter, think about ways to start strong, stay organized. Remember, we know that the school year gets very busy and that we can fall behind if we're not staying organized and on top of our classwork and our homework. So make sure that, again, you're keeping organized, you're making all of your assignments a priority, and that you are dedicating time each day in a quiet space, uninterrupted, with your devices turned off, you're not engaged in social media, and you're focusing on your schoolwork so that you can have the best possible start for the quarter. Which brings me to another aspect of the second quarter, is that students in some of our classes will be flipping into new classes at the beginning of the second quarter. So you know, your teachers have talked to you about those flips that will happen, meaning that some students who are in PE this quarter may be taking their elective in the second quarter. And so that will affect selected students, and teachers, please continue to have those conversations so that students know where to go on Monday, October 17th.
Here's a PSA on how to improve your mile time.
Hey Churchill, today we're going to be teaching you how to run a mile for longer without stopping and faster. First off, your shoes. You can't wear Crocs or flip-flops, but you can wear tennis shoes. Second, you need to eat a lot of carbs, protein, and of course you need to eat plenty of fruits and vegetables. Next is practice. You need to keep a steady routine. Remember to train every day to build your stamina. The more you run, the faster and less time you will take to do the mile.
We are rerunning this segment on last year's Washington, D.C. trip to make sure it is reaching everyone it needs to reach. The meeting will be held on Tuesday, October 18th at 6 p.m.
My favorite part of the DC trip was the hotel on Times Square. We had an amazing view over Times Square. We got to see all kinds of stuff. We spent time in New York City. We went all over the place. We went and ate at restaurant. We went to Broadway play. Yeah, we had lots of fun there.
My favorite part of the Washington, D.C. trip was the White House because we got to go right up to the gate and we got to hang out with our friends and we had a really good time.
My favorite part of the trip was Arlington Cemetery. because it was really cool to travel around and see all the tombstones of all these people that fought in the wars and everything.
My favorite part of the DC trip was probably the Broadway show in New York. I didn't think it was going to be all that good at first, but once we got into it, it was way better than I thought, and I had a lot of fun.
Cyberbullying is a huge problem in today's society. Here's a PSA on cyberbullying.
Churchill, we have a big problem to talk about. Cyberbullying is on the rise, and along with it comes many forms of disrespect towards our friends and peers. I've seen people curse and talk trash about their friends, not only behind their backs, but to their face as well. This has to stop. We're better than this. So, next time you want to tell your friend you don't want to join them, here's what you should do. First, thank them for the offer. They're being nice, so you need to be respectful back. Second, politely explain that you won't be tagging along with them to this activity or event. And don't make up some excuse to avoid going with them. This will only make your relationship worse. And it is better to be blunt, but let them down nicely. They are your friend after all. Third, last but not least, give them a sincere reason to why you won't be joining them. If you can't think of any, just explain that you're not really in the mood right now. But remind them that there's always next time. Remember, it's not hard to be nice. A few words can go a long way in a person's heart. Follow this quote and it won't let you down. It's always better to be kind to others. Thanks for listening. Stay kind, Churchill.
Here are 2 stop-motion videos created by Gary and Lily. Have a fun, fantastic, and fabulous Friday, Churchill.
Go Bulldogs!